Hey, y'all. Happy Thursday, friend. Welcome to the show. Let's get into it. I'm so excited about today. I have been going through like all of my testimonials and stuff and just kind of looking at all the people that we've impacted in businesses we've grown. And I guess I want to do really quickly three strategies that you can use if you want to grow your business this year, okay? So we'll get into it. We won't be long today, y'all. But happy Thursday. You already know I want you to think about what are you going to conquer today inside your business. Are you reaching out? Are you showing up? Are you going live? Are you pitching for a new business opportunity? Like, what are you doing to move the needle inside your business? And then I'm going to go over three quick strategies or quick things that you can do if you want to grow your business. Okay. So we already know the first one. We've heard this before, and that's actually getting outside. Getting outside. So we were talking about this Tuesday night inside the Conquer Club, how it's the summertime. There's so many free events going on. This is the perfect time. Literally, do not let the summer pass you by sitting in the house and not going to any networking events. Okay? Go on Eventbrite. Go find a free event that's near you and go to a networking event. And yes, go by yourself. Go by yourself. Okay? So happy Thursday. Let me put the Instagram live over here so I can see it. I can see the one on TikTok, but I can't see the one on Instagram. Okay. So I'm talking through three things that we're doing this summer to grow our business. Just thinking about man, all the business we've helped. The first thing is, baby, it's the end of June. So going outside, networking, and making sure that you're actually going somewhere where you're rub elbows with your potential customers. I know, like, I live here in Dallas. Let me mute this right quick. I live here in Dallas, and I know I live in like a really big city, but it is so many spots here to go and network at. All you gotta do is go on Eventbrite. Okay. And you can easily find places where your customers are. You don't want to necessarily go where here's the thing about networking, right? And especially like collaborating and stuff like that. It's easy to like impress your peers or like get near your peers and stuff like that. But baby, we want to be in front of them customers. Okay. So you can go and find your customers at networking events. Let's say, for example, if you do marketing or you do social media, and you see that it's going to be a conference for tax professionals or an event for tax professionals, go right and be like, hey, I'm looking for tax professionals who want to get ahead of their marketing for next year. That's an easy way that you can go into a networking event and you're not around a whole bunch of other marketing professionals. You're around a whole bunch of other people who actually need what you have to offer. So that's how I think about networking, right? Where you can do something that's really intentional like that. Even if you do something like you sell skincare products, I would be going out and like walking around and be like, hey, giving people samples and stuff like that. So just networking intentionally. Y'all, it's the best time of year to do it because it's summer and everybody is outside. So there's a lot of free events. So go on Eventbrite, check out what's happening near you. Go by yourself, right? Because here's the harsh reality of going to networking events. When you go with friends and stuff like that, hey y'all, when you go with friends and stuff to networking events, let me find out we actually be sitting in the corner talking and peeping the room and seeing what's going on and talking about tea and stuff. No. This is why I say when you go to networking events, go by yourself because when that's the case, you actually gonna talk to people, you're gonna get out your comfort zone. And I always, is it like this with y'all when I'm outside? It seems like, baby, everything about the business just roll better off my lips in person. So that's why I'm always here for a good networking event. Okay. So that's one thing that we got to do this summer. So the ladies inside the Conquer Club, we meet every Tuesday night. They've already been challenged to make sure that they have two things on their calendar in the next 30 to 60 days to make sure that they're out networking with each other. Okay. So that's the first thing. Okay. The second thing is getting serious about your testimonials, friend. How many testimonials do you have for your business? How many do you have in your phone? Because a lot of us impact a lot of people. And me and my husband have been talking about this because y'all know I often refer to his business. He's a DJ and he was having such great gigs with customers and stuff. And then we was like, man, we got to get the testimonials. We got to get the testimonials. So that's something that now he don't play about getting his testimonial. And often the thing that stops business owners from getting testimonials is just simply asking them, be like, hey, by the way, since you loved when I did your box braids last night, I'm gonna need you to go and send me a testimonial. or I know you love y'all. I have leveraged testimonials in so many ways for my business, even as a coach, right? When I do free consultations, especially in the beginning where I didn't have a lot of testimonials and stuff, I didn't have like a huge clientele and stuff. When people would have a free consultation with me, I would say, hey, let me know what you think about today's consultation. And if so, I'm going to, XYZ if you just post and tag me. And that's just like, it just adds to the proof of concept. You know what I'm saying? And the more you do it, the easier. They said, I don't play about the testimonials at all. Okay. And the more that you ask, the more you get, right? And then sometimes you might have to ask them, like, hey, I know last Tuesday I asked for a testimonial. I really would love to find more people like you. So if you can just send me one by this Friday. Man, the testimonials are gold. So, friend, y'all know I was telling y'all that I was the way I've been doing my content lately has just been kind of like dumping out my calendar. I'm sorry. My mind already on Friday evening. The way I've been doing my content has been just kind of dumping my camera roll, right? So I'm just going back through my camera roll and just dumping it, telling stories and stuff. And I was like, well, let me do all my testimonials. I went through a period of like a couple of months in my business and I had 105 testimonials. And I was like, golly, right? But I'm realizing now that it's such a natural part of the way that I interact with people and talk to people. I'm like, hey, post about this or tag me. And you know what I'm saying? So it's a natural part of what I do, but I feel like it helps so much because some of us can be really great in what we do. But if we're the only one talking about it, then I fear that the customer can't see how dope it really is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just gonna tell you I'm dope. I'm gonna let the people tell you too. But that starts with us as business owners, is make sure that we're bold enough and brave enough to make sure that we're asking for testimonials, especially if you're already in person with them. Especially if the emotions are already high. Be like, oh my God, let me grab my phone right quick. I want you to tell the camera 30 seconds what you enjoy most about tonight. You know what I'm saying? Just being bold and brave enough to ask for it and make sure, even if somebody texting us, that we screenshot that and we keep that as some type of social proof. Because the thing about business is you have to have what we call proof of concept, right? Which means that it actually works. So this is the trouble that I'm having when I run into some service-based businesses, specifically like life coaches and business coaches and stuff like that. I have to you have to prove or already know that what you do, like, it truly works. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be a hardcore proof of concept, not just you think it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be experimenting on us. Okay. So even if that means you're in the very beginning, which we don't work with too many ladies are in the very beginning, but if you're in the very beginning, every testimonial is crucial. Even free interactions with people can gain trust and testimonials. And even just people following you and you helping them out, even via DM, those are still considered testimonials and proof of concept for what you do. Okay. So we want to make sure that you are not the only one talking about how great it is, that you can show how great it is through other people. Okay. That's not just your mama, auntie. Was that shady? No. Okay. Okay, friend. Okay, so that's the second thing. So third thing that we can do when we talk about a strategy to grow our business is to make sure that we are spending face-to-face time with our people. I talked about this on the show yesterday, but I think it's just such a very layered thing to do. Shanika says, "Great morning, Zeb. What's up, friend? Hey, girl. What's up? When we talk about, y'all know I'm going to forever keep talking about this. I think that if your business is slow, your customers are slow, or you don't feel connected, I feel like the worst thing that you can do is go sit in the lab for clarity for 6 weeks. Like, spending face-to-face time with your people has so many benefits. And I'm going to give you some really great examples because, sometimes when you have your business online, you probably don't see how much it can impact. Like, it's still a big deal. It's not only because it's not in person, but I want you to think about if your business was in person, right? Let's say me and you gonna go and we're gonna open up, I don't know, we're gonna go open up a sip and paint. It's gonna be called Conquer and Create. Okay, it's gonna be a sip and paint. Me and you are gonna open it up. Okay. So me and you're gonna open up this sip and paint. And like many business owners, we focus on how good the product is, how pretty the building is, how good the signage is, and how great we're gonna serve our customers. But most of the times we miss that vital step, which is the number one thing. How am I going to constantly get customers? Okay. So let's say me and you open up this sip and paint and we say, well, damn, we forgot how we're gonna get customers. You know what I'm saying? We gotta try to figure it out. Relatable. Is it relatable or not? So, my number one recommendation would be to go spend time with the people. Very simple concept, not so easy to do. Where are your people hanging out? Are they going to be at community events? If so, we finna come set up a little sip and paint trial thing out there. Go spend face to face with the people. That means getting on live at night and showing off our stencils and how easy it is to paint by color. Boom, that's face to face time with your people. That means having an open house night where people can come in and see the studio and how you can rent it out and how it's a girls' night, face to face time with your people. Face to face time is one of the number one things that I see people they don't do, that once they start doing it, their business is triple. I have over 100 testimonials in my phone that y'all are about to see over the next several weeks of women who have literally went from 0 orders in a day to 84 orders in one day. I've even sold products on my own. I'm going to show y'all the screenshots of my notifications when I sold products. How crazy would it be for me to not spend time with my customers? And those are the very people that I want. This is why I talk about going live so much. Going live is just not a thing for you to be like, oh, I'm special. Da, da, da. It is real face-to-face time with your people. It's like, when you be watching somebody on the podcast, like, you be like, that's my friend. I feel like we on FaceTime. That's what this is. It's real, active selling and relationship building in real time. Okay. And even if you don't go live, making sure that you're in the rooms with your customer. Something. Rashonda says face to face is gold. And why do we say that? Why do we keep talking about this idea? Hey, y'all, see y'all on TikTok. Why do we keep talking about this idea of making sure that we have face to face time with our customers? And it's because of what I'm looking at here on my screen, right? I'm on live on TikTok over here on my phone. It's because something like TikTok changed the game, where you scrolling down your feed and you look like it look like it's about 6 cousins, 4 dudes you used to go to school with, 6 girls you want to be friends with. Like, it's so human. It's so human that your flyer can't do it no more. I mean, I'm sorry. Or just posting about it can't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Or just a little post about it can't do it anymore. That's not the heart of what's happening in front of us. It's just not. And this is why I constantly challenge business owners, and I constantly challenge women who say they want big things, but they do not want to spend face-to-face time growing the brand, being the brand, and putting themselves out front. I have a problem with it because I think it's a scary ass mentality. And I don't think that it aligns with some of the stuff that you want to do long term, especially for the ladies who want to be speakers, who want to be leaders, and you want people to be flying you out to Europe for you to speak at the conference. Like, where do you think that starts at? Oh, well, I want to be in Forbes. I want to be in Ebony. I want Deb. I want them to fly me out for a keynote. Where do you think that starts at? It starts with it being this random ass Thursday where ain't nobody clapping for you and ain't nobody checking for you. Do you know how to show up and go ahead and start practicing your muscle for when it's time for you to get on the microphone? I said this on the show yesterday. People who are too scared to get up and promote their business, it is the equivalent of you saying, I want to go play in the Super Bowl, but I'm never going to go show up for practice. Women who want to speak and don't go live, it is mind-blowing. You want to lead and you want to coach, but too scared to do anything other than post about how cute you are, truly mind-blowing. I'm calling you out, friend. Like, let's be for real. Okay. What you're doing day to day inside your business, which is why I love Conquer so much and I love our mission. The stuff that you're doing behind closed doors when can't nobody see you, that is the stuff that compounds for greatness. And the stuff that I'm doing on this random Thursday with 6 people watching here, 0 people watching here, and 3 people watching here, this is what's going to compound and make 2026 or 2028 or 2030 or 2032 like, oh my God, Deb, it must have happened overnight. Because it is the days like today, which is why I do this show, that you understand the stuff that you don't do today, it is just going to multiply. Seriously. Coco says, good morning. What's up, friend? I ain't got my Red Bull today. Y'all know I normally go to the gas station and get me a sugar-free Red Bull, but I ain't got it today, girl. Rashana says, a lot of people are scared to do it, though. I never understood it. Someone told me last weekend in public that they could never go live on Facebook. I mean, I guess, child. I guess. My thing is this, and we've talked about this. I don't think that this is the only way. Let me say that. I know somebody that does great celebrity work, millionaire. I got a millionaire client who just texted me a little while ago. Don't go live a lot. I don't think it's the only way, but they have such extensive business knowledge and connections and friends, and they know A-list people like that. This is not the season that they're in. My thing is, if I meet a woman like me where I was going to work every day, I had a great salary, baby. I loved my job, okay? But I just wanted to do something deeper. I wanted to impact. Obviously, I'm a leader, I'm a speaker, I'm a visionary, I'm all of these things. I would be crazy to keep a smartphone in my hand every day and not start exercising that muscle that I want highlighted to the world one day. For real. Jaquisha says, yes, baby. I got out the house yesterday and dropped my flyer off at a real estate school. I got to talk to the executive director of the school. I love it. What are you offering them and when are you going to follow up? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love us getting out the house. I actually got, excuse me, girl. I made some chicken and pancakes this morning. Is that just wretched? I wanted to pull out the waffle maker, but I said, child, listen. So I had to burp. I'm so sorry, friend. But I'm so here for it. Yeah, but Jaquisha, let us know. You went to the real estate school. What are you going to offer them? How are you going to follow up? How are you going to make sure that when they said Jaquisha came up here, we have to call this lady back because whatever she got going on, baby, that's the best thing smoking. And we're going to miss out. That's type of energy that I hope that you took to them, but let us know more about what you offer and what it is that you're going to offer them. I remember you saying something about your business before in the comments, but I can't quite remember the details. So forgive me, girl. Forgive me, okay? But yeah. Yep. So those are 3 strategies you can use to grow your business. So happy Thursday. Go ahead and drop down in the comments. What is it that you're going to conquer today inside your business? And then we are, Jaquisha says that she dropped off some flyers at a real estate school. I want to hear what it is that you offer to them. And you say you got to talk to the executive director. So what is it that you're going to say to a girl? Because, well, you know, here's the thing about, and I recently did this, meet somebody in person, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, honey, this is somebody I need to know. Okay. And this is somebody that needs to know me. Okay. So I did this in person the other day, and it landed a great opportunity. So I was like, hey, this is who I am. And this is why I always talk about making sure that you can explain what you do in one little sentence. Okay. I'm like, hey, this is what I do. This is how I can help. What you got going on that people can benefit from this? And she was like, oh, man, I want you to email me. We always get there, right? And baby, I went on. It's been so many times, I'm not going to lie, where opportunity came my way. But because I felt like the opportunity was too big for me, I didn't follow up. Has that ever happened to you before? I have gone connecting with so many amazing people around Dallas or even outside of Dallas where they was like, man, you should email me. You should send me some. And I'd be like, well, maybe they didn't really mean that. But now I don't play that. She was like, you should email me. I was like, absolutely, baby. I have my EPK together now. I got my electronic press kit together now. I got my video together, everything, my speaking topics. So I sent it to her, and she was like, "Oh, absolutely." It's an instant yes. Just being bold enough to sometimes get in the room and just open up your mouth and then follow up with such purpose and clarity, right? And we're going to have to talk about that idea of having purpose and having clarity too. Okay, she says, I'm offering a group coaching math masterclass VIP day for aspiring agents to pass the real estate exam in 1 week or less. That's right. That's right. It had kind of slipped my mind what you did and what you offer, but that's right. You do help realtors pass the real estate exam. That's awesome, girl. Okay. Now let me ask you this too, Jaquisha, because this is a hack that I learned even when I was putting together like my electronic press kit and us really starting to explore like media and podcasts and local opportunities and speaking and stuff like that is, do you have what type of data or stats that support why your program is the best? Right. So we have, I had watched this video some time ago, friend, and it talked about this idea of like business coaching or people who sell education. And it talked about some of the very big differences between why people would literally go into debt, sell plasma to go to college, which really sells education, versus a coach, a consultant, whatever, they sell education too. Why does the coach or whatever appear scammy in the idea of college not? Which I'm not debating it. I don't care what you do. But it was an interesting concept to me, so I wanted to listen to it. So he talked about one of the things that make the education under like coaches and programs and stuff appears scammy versus like an institution was one of these things, which is making sure that we have data and stats to back up our claim. And I'll give you an example. And I'm so guilty of this, right? You see a business coach and they're like, Mark worked with me. And in just 2 hours, he made $17 million after just one day in our program. Woohoo for Mark. And while that's a fantastic testimonial, the true consumer probably can't see themselves in that situation. But if you go to a college, they be like, hey, 60% of people graduate, 20% go on to be CEOs, 80% go on to have more connections. Like they just give you the straight up data and facts, and then you can decide whether or not you have a higher chance of getting that based off that. And I thought that was such an interesting concept. And so that made me start like tracking the data and stuff for Conquer. So now I can say over 90% of the people in the Conquer Club feel more confident about their business. Over 70% post more. Over 80% get more business opportunities and stuff like that. Those type of tweaks make a big difference when you're approaching people, pitching your business and stuff, when you're talking to professionals and stuff. So I don't know if you do that, girl. Just wanted to share. Shaneka says, I need to get consistent with going live daily and attending more networking events. Yes, girl, get to it. Go when I get off live, you go live. It's okay. I'm girl. Listen, girl. You know, I told you I made some chicken and pancakes this morning. My plate over here, it's got 2 chicken bones on the clean one. Like I'm just at home, friend. Like this just regular life. It's just regular life. What's up, y'all? This just regular life. Okay. So happy Thursday. I want you to think about where you're gonna conquer this week inside your business. I know for me, y'all know I talk about this idea of what does success look like to your business by the end of the week. That's something I really want you to start thinking about. Okay. So tomorrow's Friday. Okay. I'm already feeling like it's Friday, but tomorrow's Friday. What would make like your business successful in a week? What do you think? Says, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you so much. What would make your business successful by the end of the week? Is it the amount of sales that you had? Is it the amount of engagement that you had? Is it how many new customers you got? Is it how many new people you touched? Is it how many proposals you sent? I know for me, a measure of success is how many consultations I had. Because time and time again, that has proven to be the number one decider whether or not I make money for the week. What makes your business successful over the course of 1 week? Are you just saying, well, if I got sales or if one person reached out, I was successful? Like, what does it mean to you? And then once you lay out the list of what does a week of success look like for your business, I want you to put them into two categories. Okay, so what part of that can I control and what part of that can I control? So if I say, okay, I know for me, a week of success in Conquer is 20 consultations. Okay. What drives consultations? Me doing marketing, me doing the live show, me doing emails, me making sure I'm networking, me making sure I'm following up, me making sure my links are working correctly, me making sure that my consultations, you can't book out 2 months in advance. Like, no, right? And then what are some of the stuff I can't control? Well, I mean, I guess a lot of it I can control. I can control how many people show up by texting them, reminding them. Like there are so many little small things that we can do to make sure that we have way more successful weeks. So I want you to think about that for yourself and your business, okay? Come Friday, what makes me successful over the course of a week in my business? Is it the fact that one person DM me and asked me how much it was? Like, does that make you feel like you're doing something? I don't know. It might. Or does that mean like, or do you feel like a nobody if a week went by and nobody bought anything or reached out? You know what I'm saying? Like what would you like what's going to make you proud by Friday? And I think that that's something that even as I've been like tweaking my own habits and stuff, I told myself yesterday, it was some of my to-do list, child. I was dreading. I was like, woo, child, I don't feel like doing this. Then I said, but Deb, when you go to bed tonight, you're gonna be so proud of yourself if you do it. And I was like, you're right. I'm gonna go and do it. Like, what would truly make you proud of your business every week? I want you to ask yourself that. What would make you proud of your business every Friday? Coco says, finish setting up the foundation so I can market more. Connecting payment apps, automation, confirmation emails, automatic receipts through emails, etc. Friend, friend. I'm gonna hold your hand real close. Waiting to set up your foundation for marketing is crazy. And I'm going to tell you why and what I think that we can maybe add to that because I'm here for you making sure that everything is okay. But I want you to think about this, okay? I want us, this is why I love the Conquer Club because we get so immersed in our own businesses that sometimes it's hard to see. I want you to think before a movie comes out, what happens? I want you to think about before a new good restaurant opens in your area, what happens? I want you to think about before an event happens in your area, what happens? People start warming you up. They start to say, this is coming. Are you interested? Here's a sneak peek. Here's a preview for that movie. Here's a snippet of the conference from last year that's coming up this year. The most important part of your business is making sure that you can get customers and making sure that you have customers. So my recommendation is while you're making sure that your foundation is correct with all your payment apps and confirmation emails and stuff like that, that you're also actively building some type of wait list of customers who are going to be interested in what's about to drop. Because I feel like one of the worst things that we can do is spend so much time on automation and then it's time to drop it to the world and we're like, oh, there are no people. So a whole bunch of automation and no people going through it. I would much rather you have a whole bunch of people and you like, oh God, let me go grab somebody on Fiverr to automate this thing, baby, because the people is here. Okay. So think about you're opening up your new spot on the corner in the neighborhood. You don't want to be sitting in that spot all day working so much that nobody in the neighborhood knows that you're about to open. You want to make sure that as you're working in the office, you be like, all right, let me go put out some flyers. Let me go talk to the people. Let me go visit the old folks home or let me go meet Miss Shirley. She know everybody. It has to be a part that you marry with building your foundation. So yes, girl, you got it. We don't want to do a whole bunch of automation and no customers to flow through it. I would much rather you have a whole bunch of customers and you automate later. I believe in that so much. Because I see a lot of people spending so much time on automation. And a lot of the ladies that I see and have consultations with, their businesses are like 20 times more complex than mine with automations. I use my Monday board. I use Flowdesk, and that's about it. And Patreon for the Conquer Club. That's about it. That's about it. I would much rather spend my time making sure that I'm growing connections, that I've got 1 customer, 2 customer, 3 customer, 4 customers, 6 customers, 8 customers, right? So Jaquisha says, wow, thanks for that about the data. A measure of success at the end of the week is having more connections. Okay, friend. More connections for what, because what, and to do what. So just something to think about. Okay. So happy Thursday. I'm going to reset the show a little bit, y'all. We do this show every Monday through Friday. So make sure you're following along and tap the screen just so the algorithm, aka y'all, I can tell that y'all are here and y'all are with me. Okay. So happy Thursday. We're just talking through a couple of things. Number one, which is what are you going to conquer today inside your business? It's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Okay. Y'all know we do something inside the Conquer Club. And if you've been a part of our world before in our community, something that we always talk about, which is this idea of making sure that you do follow-up Fridays. Okay. So what is follow-up Fridays? Follow-up Fridays is a routine that you have built inside your business where every single week on Fridays, you know that that's your heaviest follow-up day. What's the first thing that comes in mind for Friday? Folks getting paid. For me. Okay, folks getting paid. So all of the people, this is why I talk about going live and doing content and networking and stuff, because all of the people that you connected with that week on that Friday is when you go crazy with your follow-ups. You follow with all the people from that week, the past week, and the week before that. So follow-up Fridays, if you don't have something consistently inside your weekly routine that you do, that's an easy one that you can build in. 2 hours every single Friday, you go crazy with follow-ups. And I wonder if you spent 2 hours on follow-up every single Friday, it's going to uncover a couple of things. The first thing is you don't have anybody to follow up with. If it uncovers that for you, that tells you number one thing that you need to do, which is spend more face-to-face time with your people. You don't have a business like you thought you did, and it's okay. Okay, so it's going to reveal that you probably aren't even having enough customers to even consider being successful right now, which is okay. And then number 2, if you do start following up every Friday, what do you think happens? Oh gosh, do you think you get sales, friend? Do you think you get more invoices if you start doing that every Friday? It's truly a gem, truly a gem, truly a gem. Okay. So happy Thursday. I want you to think about that, what you're going to conquer today inside your business. Tomorrow's Friday. I have a networking event here in Dallas to go to. In July, it's going to be so good and busy for us. Y'all, we'll be having a local seminar here on July 24th. We'll be doing Conquering Cocktails again on July 26th. And then we'll be having a virtual business summit or conference on July 9th through 10th. So it's going to be a good time for us to dive into some of the stuff that we can do in our business to grow it. And then you'll be seeing more about the Conquer Club here soon. And I think that's it. I got so much work to do. I had told myself I got to work today, I got to work Friday, and I got to work Saturday. I need more working hours. I truly do. I don't work enough. I know I don't work enough. I don't work enough. So I need to spend more time working. So I'm just trying to make sure I do that. Because I don't work enough. I gotta work harder. Like this thing got to get moving. Like I don't understand why we ain't got a morning show on BET Plus yet. That's how fast we be wanting stuff to move. Oh goodness. Okay, but y'all already know the vibes. When y'all wake up tomorrow, make sure you conquer something, and I see y'all on the show tomorrow.
Me, the Conquer Club is the sisterhood. I didn't know a lot of these ladies. I have truly made connections, real friendships, bonds. I've cried with these ladies. It elevated my business so much, just putting a foot on the gas and stomping on necks, like literally. I'm really proud to be a part of this space, and I think this is what entrepreneurs need.